Lisa yet! Hey you! You ever wanted to live in a world where everything has turned to shit? All the women have died, and drugs make you turn into big blobs of flesh straight out of Akira? Congrats! Welcome to Lisa! Murder is justified and porno mags become cash. You play as Brad Armstrong, a man with daddy issues and drug addiction, as you venture the wasteland searching for your adopted daughter. And in order to do that, Brad has to end hundreds of lives in order to save one. His own.
Damn, that was edgy!
Now, one of the major themes in this game is pain, and how the decisions we make affect everything around us. At many points of the game, you will be asked difficult questions, most of which can be boiled down to, do you hurt yourself, or do you choose to hurt the others around you? Everything in this game is either out to kill you, or become your best friend, and boy, you can get a whole assortment of friends. Each one of them has a ton of personality. Check out this guy! He's a serial killer! Or what about Fish Attorney? He has a high defense, because he's a defense attorney.
Comedy gold.
The game features a turn-based combat system that I found reminiscent of Earthbound, and is up to you to manage the different playstyles of your teammates and find a suitable team. Brad can use the combos of WASD in order to perform special moves and do increased damage, but he also goes through joy withdrawals, making him a huge liability from time to time, while characters like Nern will tell stories to boost allies, debuff enemies, or just shoot them. Or he can use this guy to finger them. No, seriously, all of his abilities are to finger people. Now, why do you need so many teammates? Well, Lisa has a permadeath feature. Every now and then an ally could just outright die in combat instead of being knocked out. And this could be a huge hit towards your progress, as the other members you have will most likely be under-leveled or under-equipped, being completely useless in combat. In this game, you are desperately trying to hold on to the idea that you are the good guy, as bullies from your childhood still harass you and images of your abusive father flash into reality at unexpected times. And yet, somehow, through all the shit happening here, Dingaling manages to make the player laugh. The game has a ton of comedic value through its entirety, mostly through the interactions and introductions of characters. For instance, right off the bat, you save Terry Hintz, Lord of the Tutorial, from a dog named Cheese Legs. He doesn't attack, he just barks at you. And then Terry proceeds to join your party 3 times. And just listen to some of the music. Solo trumpet, completely void of the rest of an orchestra, giving you the feel that you are alone. And it slows down rather than speeding up as you progress the story, making you feel more and more like a piece of shit as you question what this quest is really all for. Or the infamous gym track. I think that one speaks for itself. Each sound affects the player to create a vast array of emotions, each one of them hitting directly on their mark. Not a single beat goes by that doesn't further your understanding of a current situation or evoke an emotion that Dingaling wanted you to have. Real talk? This is one of the first games that I felt a genuine reaction towards. When I first beat it in 2014, I cried. Now, I wasn't crying because I was sad for what had happened in the end, but rather distraught. I kept asking myself, could I have done better as a player? Could I have done better guiding Brad through this story? And the answer is no, unfortunately. Brad cannot be saved from the life that he was forced to live. You were just there to see how low he goes to try and be happy for once. Now, you are left with a number of questions once completing the game that you feel need to be answered, but having them go unanswered is sort of a parting gift from the developer, and it's partially why your first time with the game is so damn good! You are left with a sense of yearning to help this troubled man. It hurts. Overall, this is probably one of my top 5 favorite indie games ever. Everything works so well together by making a complete mess of the world. It does have a few fourth wall breaking moments that speak directly to the player, and they don't really benefit the story by any means, but they're pretty damn funny, so I can overlook it. One of the main issues with the game, however, is the software used to make it, and how it is incredibly dated. You are unable to change the resolution of the game, and you only have 2 options on how the game looks. Sometimes the game can also feel a bit tedious, as death can happen outside of combat, by simply falling off a ledge, and I know that that is part of the painful aspect of the game, but I felt that enough through the story, and if I'm playing this on the harder difficulty, death outside of combat can mean 30 minutes of the same shit I just went through. The best way to sum it up is that everything about this game clashes into a beautiful mess that is Brad's unfortunate life. He is the dumpster fire you can't look away from. This game is an emotional roller coaster, and one of the most genuinely funny titles I've ever played. It's on sale right now for $3.99 on Steam. Just play the fucking game already, man!